What's up YouTube? Welcome to another video Today I've got a review for you. I'm gonna review the Ambition Soldier. I've bought this machine probably 3 to 4 months ago. I've been testing it out for you guys and we're gonna get more in depth to it. Move on, please like this video, subscribe to my channel and get in the comment section below to tell me what you would like to see. Do you want to see more time lapses, more reviews, more whatever? Just let me know in the comment section down below and let's go to the review now. So I've got my gloves on so we can actually get a little bit more into detail with this machine. As you can see, this is a wireless machine. It comes with a battery which lasts forever. It is ridiculous how long this battery lasts. I've been tattooing with it for I think 8 or 9 hours, something like that, and maybe just one of the bars was gone from the battery, but we'll get into that later. As you can see, I got a little timer here, so when you start tattooing it will start counting minutes, hours, so you can keep track of time. If you are, for example, charging by the hour, you can see in the end how much time it actually took, so you know what to charge your client. It's just a little funny thing, I don't really charge by the hour, but for people that do, it might be nice. In the bottom here you can see your voltage right here. Well, pretty obvious. With the plus you can increase your voltage, and with the minus you can minus your voltage. It will go from 5 volts all the way up to 12, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I think the company actually recommends to use it in between 6 and 8 volts. So that's anywhere in between this. Maybe you can do some nice color packing with this. Maybe some lining, a little bit faster. I actually wish that that the voltage could be a little bit different, but we will also get into that later. Here in the front you can use your cartridges. As you can see, it's been a little bit dusty. I've been using it for a little bit, and it got a nice clicking mechanism. I don't know if you guys can hear that, which I really like. It's pretty solid, it doesn't twist very easy like on some machines. It just goes all over the place. If you're making a line, it just starts twisting, which is really nice. Also, if for example your battery dies or you don't want to use it with a battery but just with a regular cable, you can really easily take off the battery like so. You'll end up with something like this, and then there's this little adapter that you can screw in. Really easy, as you can see. No pun intended. You can screw in, and then you got your normal RCA cable. So that's also really convenient, which is actually good because I am not too happy with the voltage, but like I said, we will get into that later. So far my impressions are actually pretty nice. It actually feels like a solid machine, and actually if you look at it, it almost looks a little bit like the Bishop wand. I don't know if they did that intentionally. Probably did. Well, if they did, they came out with the wireless wand before Bishop actually did, which is kind of strange. Now this machine in my case came standard with a 3.5 cam. I actually wanted to put on a 4mm cam, which was in here. I tried to replace it, but the screws were made out of butter. So for some reason, that got screwed. I contacted the seller. He was so nice to send me a new one. But this is another con. I mean, it is a Chinese machine. I know it's cheaper than a lot of the other ones. But for example, my 3.5 bearing just blew out. This will not work anymore. I cannot use it anymore. It completely detached from the cam, which is kind of a shame. But you know, what do you expect? This is not $1,000 machine. Um, it's only a couple $100, so it's not so bad. But at least I got the 4 millimeter cam in here. You can get to the motor by screwing this off, and you'll find, as you can see, if it wants to focus or not. It has a 4 on there, so you can see it's a 4 millimeter stroke. And I actually like this. I like bolt lining. I do a lot of color packing with this, so and it's great for that. I rather have that than a 3.5 millimeter stroke. So I got myself a cartridge right here. We're gonna put it in the machine. It's really easy. You just push it in, give it a little twist, and it's in. Now the little O here is the fire button where you can start the machine with, and you can see this is a pretty long needle hang actually. So if you want to adjust that, just twist and it will get in just a little bit more if you're riding the tip, or if you know, this works even a little bit slower. There you go. But overall, this machine runs really smooth. I actually really enjoyed using this machine. Uh, it has been good to me. I've done a couple of tattoos with it, anywhere from somewhat color realistic to traditional tattoos to mandalas, which is good. But there's a big but. A big but. If you are using this thing wireless, um, I'm actually not too happy with everything, like how they combine these things. This thing is pretty heavy. If and it and the center of gravity is not really centered. So if you're working on this for a long time, it's actually hurting my wrist. And I don't mean to sound like a little beep, because I actually use coil machines, or I use my Dan Cubin. I'm not a big fan of the pens, but if you use a pen, you want it to be light, I'm guessing. And if you're using this, if it's off balanced and all that weight is here, but not in a comfortable spot, because if you have a coil machine, it will kind of sit on your hand a little bit. This really isn't. Um, I think that's a big con on this machine. Another thing that I don't like about the power bank is it will only go down to 5 volts. Now I know this sounds really slow. I don't know if you can hear it, but in some cases I wish it might have went down to 4.5 or 4 for color packing, because I like my machine really slow when I pack color. And maybe even for stippling or whip shading, I would like it to go even slower. So if they ever did a new model of this, it would actually be awesome if this power bank could go down to maybe 3 volts or something like that. Start from 3, go up to 9, because there's no way that you're gonna use this machine at more than 9 volts, because this is pretty intense. I mean, you don't want to put that on someone's body with 9 volts, I'm guessing. But maybe there's some speed wizards out there that like to do that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But overall, I think this is actually a really good machine. And like I said, like if I don't necessarily like the range of the voltage, but you can always insert this and just use it with a power supply, which I'm most of the time doing anyways. This is only really convenience for me for let's say a convention or something like that, so I don't have to take all take a lot of stuff with me and take it everywhere. So, quick summary. Pros on this machine: extremely long lifetime. The motor sounds really good, and it actually works pretty good. You know, it's nice to tattoo with. Some cons on this machine: it's cheaper made. Like the body of the machine and the motor is fine, but like the small parts, like the cam, the screws, and things on that are just not perfect. So don't like if something breaks down, it's not very easy to replace. If you want to replace back and forth from your 3.5 to 4 cam, your screws are not gonna last. So uh, that's a con. I mean, if you use it once or twice a week, you should be fine. If you use this thing for a year, year after year, day after day, hour after hour, I think things like that will get in your way and you might end up buying a new machine. Well, it didn't stop me from buying it and using it. I mean, it's a nice machine, so why not? If it breaks, it breaks. I will get a new one most likely or try something new. But yeah, overall, it's a good machine. I give it a good 8, especially for a pen. I usually hate pens, but this one is actually nice. So, if you really like watching this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, do the whole thing, get in the comment below, let me know what you want to see. But also, I will take this machine to the test, put it on skin, film it. That will probably be in the next video, so stay tuned on my channel. If you don't want to miss out, subscribe to my channel, click the bell notification button, and like the video. That's really to appreciate me.